recording.
So good set, man, huh?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's funny. He's fucking hilarious.
No, I'm sure it was. So for a minute now, all of Danny Boy's shows have been booked out or like sold out, pretty much. Or?
Yeah, pretty much. They're
always packed up.
They move pretty quick, and I think for us, I have plans to really promote the next one and get it like kind of in local, like hopefully get local media to pick up on it and cover it a little bit and really push it, because it's a lot of fun. We bring a lot of really good comics, and there's no other show like it in the city, really. So
yeah, because even whenever we went to the, what was it called, the one in Austin that they were doing,
Oh, Get Ripped.
Yeah, it wasn't even close to like what Danny's got going on. And
I feel like Danny's is way more intimate, and because everybody's right there. I like that more rather than just bigger crowds. I don't know, like just like it seems like a more real comedy show.
I'll tell you what, for a pair of stoners, Wax and Danny are actually pretty legit. Like they know how to run good stuff. And I think Danny's music background, he used to be in a lot of DIY bands and stuff, like definitely played a role. Like he knows how to run a good show and
market it
and do stuff. Yeah, market it. Yeah, they want to. Their Instagram doesn't get enough love for how creative they are.
It's fucking it's awesome. It's
how fucking hilarious they are.
Della Stoner's rolling through there too. They're all just fucking fueling each other over there.
Yeah,
but,
Stoner's a wild guy.
He's a great person.
Yeah, he's just he radiates positivity. It's
for sure.
Yeah. But.
Like Jesus, man.
All right, what the fuck? We're supposed to be fucking funny on this podcast. I need to wake up. It's Sunday, gentlemen.
Sunday. Welcome back to the motherfucking dab room. I was taking a piss. We're here with our buddy, the gentleman, the scholar, Daniel Velasquez. The last time you were here, you were about to open for Tony Hinchcliffe at the Tobin Center, and I went to that show and it was fucking fantastic. Everyone killed. Didn't have my phone. Couldn't record it, when that's fine. My wife made a big deal the whole time. But it's okay. I still enjoyed the whole show.
Yeah.
And now you're hosting High as Fuck Comedy, and it looks like you've just been upward since then, man.
Yeah, man. We're really trying. The Tobin Center was a great show. I'm kicking myself because I just showed up like Tony. When I talked with people after I got off Kill Tony, they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll get in contact with you for the Tobin Center," and then I heard nothing until the day of the show. And I showed up and I was like, "Oh my God, is he even gonna remember me or anything?" Or, like I'm nervous as fuck. And like first layer of security, like they didn't know who I was. But I was able to I could have basically just lied to them. I was just like, I'm on the show, and the first layer was like, all right, yeah, you can go through. And then I ran to the second layer, and they're like, all right, what's your name, then and that. But it's like, yeah, they were like, all right, you are on the show. But yeah, I heard nothing from his team, which is fine. I'm glad they were able to have it. They didn't need to contact me. I was not gonna miss it.
Yeah,
I was always gonna show up.
And just expected to show
and
up.
Then he was just the fucking coolest dude backstage, like. He was busy, like he had his own private room, like he had a big space for all the comics and they had food and shit, but then obviously he had his own private dressing room. But he hung out and he talked with me for a few minutes, and I knew a couple of his openers. So I knew Tony Casillas was like at least the guy that I was friends with, so I was able to I was really nervous backstage, so like being able to at least find a friendly face and
for sure.
kind of just chat about nothing really. And then it was just really fun. I was kicking myself because I could have brought like my friend backstage. I didn't know if I could have bring anyone, but they were like, yeah, who you bring? I'm like, oh, just me. And the only thing that sucks, I wish I would have gotten my like walkout recorded. I should have done that, but no, that show was amazing. It taught me a lot about stage presence too. The jokes worked, but I was looking down too much. Like I think the size of the crowd overwhelmed me, that I wasn't used to like looking kind of, if I'm looking at the middle, I'm kind of looking up. And it was like just kind of weird. So I was like, my head was down a lot. I don't know. But it was fun. All the jokes really killed and worked. And since then, like, yeah, it's just been going up from there. I've done the open mic at the Comedy Mothership like twice, and both times crushed on those. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I just feel like I'm just getting more confident, and I think that's a big part of stand-up. Like, I know that I'm funny. Now just trying to get confident and like being able to find really who I am on stage, and being confident about being myself on stage instead of like trying to be like a person doing jokes now. And so we'll just see. But it's a lot of fun. I don't know.
What's it been like hosting High as Fuck though?
I'll tell you what, that's a fucking tough room. You're sitting in a room full of fucking weed heads, and that show sells out. So doors open at 9. It's like the place fills up by like 9:20. They're lighting joints. They're smoking already. And so to do that show every month, it's forcing me to like build material. Because I have to just keep going up, and it's like, yeah. So it forces me to build material. It's a lot of fun, but that room is like fucking scary sometimes. And then just like throughout the year, I've realized like we gotta it's more of a shorter show now. Like, it's concise because people are getting hotboxed. So you don't want too long of a show because then people are gonna be passing out and shit.
For sure.
There was one lady. That's the problem. Danny Boys and Wax and everything. Like, this show is just getting started and it's already packing out. Like, when we get real promotion to where it's not people that just know about the shop or know about like local comedy, when it's gonna be like in the city and in the culture, hopefully, like it's gonna pack out. And we had this one lady. Danny Boys never turns anyone away. That's the other thing too, is like it fills out sometimes where Danny Boys people just show up and they didn't know there was a show, but they show up. We had this one lady show up to the show. She drank one of the edible drinks. And then like I had a special guest come up, and I was repaying him. I don't drive, so he was fucking driving me for spots to places. I was like, all right, I'll put you on the show. This lady throws up during his set.
Oh my God.
And like they had to bring a whole fucking cleaning crew. They brought a fucking mop, and it was nuts. Danny kicked her out. It was a whole thing. But yeah, it's just like these shows are, you never know what to fucking expect at a Danny Boy show. But you can expect a lot of fucking funny comics.
Bro, if you have to get kicked out by Danny. He's like the nicest guy ever.
I know, it's hard. He just said, you guys
insane.
gotta go, and they scurried out of there like rats, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's wild over there. That show's so much fucking fun.
Yeah, dude, it's a great aesthetic. I like that, bro, just personally, just that setting in general is nice. In any kind of like room where it's just like dark and together.
Yeah.
But and then I saw you had done a show at the station, right, not long ago.
Yeah.
How'd that go, man? Or was it?
Yeah, I mean,
like as far as I've never even I've never watched like the station.
Yeah, I mean, the Station Comedy Club is basically like a collective that was brought up by like just comics working in SA. And just like building their own independent comedy club, like more of a showcase style where local comics can come and work on their stuff. Like, you got to be good, obviously, but like, yeah, just a place where you can do comedy weekly and get time. And so, yeah, that was originally at Francis Bogside, and that was going good for a while. And now we're kind of hopping venues and trying to find a permanent spot. But that's a really good club. Like, all the comics that come in there are really funny. And we have like headliners and shit that come in. That's been funny. That's been fun. So yeah, I think Natalie Cuomo was just here. But yeah, that's been fun. So yeah, definitely check out Station. But yeah, Station's been good. I did a weekend with David Lucas at Laugh Out Loud back at April, I think. I don't know. It's been months ago. And that was really, really cool. Like after the Tobin, he was like, next time hit me up when I'm in town. And which, I mean, people say that, people,
Just
whatever.
saying that, right?
Yeah. And so I just hit him up. I said, I just did the Tobin with you.
April 6th.
Yeah, April, yeah.
Okay.
I was right. Yeah. So I just hit him up and said, did the Tobin with you. Would love to do a guest spot if if you'll have me. And he just said, all right, he was like, come out. And I said, all right, what day, Friday or, the weekend? And he just said, just come out Friday. So he was originally just giving me one spot, I think. And then I did well on Friday that he was like, just come work the weekend. So got to hang out with a weekend with him. And that was, that was really fun. Rolando was there. He popped in.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
That was the camera guy.
There you go.
Yeah, and Danny Boys dropped off some goodies for him.
That's badass.
We hotboxed that little room.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
Hasn't shout out to Danny Boys
Yeah, shout
up
out.
on that wall.
My boys.
Hasn't he had like some big names come by the shop? Like, didn't a rapper come through one time?
Was Takeoff. No. Which
No,
Took off already. He's already dead, dude. He's already
not.
Yeah, he's already gone, dude.
So it was
No, I think it was Offset. Yeah, Offset came by
No shit.
with
but-
Barney B.
with somebody, but I think
Just kidding.
Offset, I think, tried to charge Danny Boy for photos or something.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Like Danny Boy, yeah, or he
got offended because Danny was charging him.
Yeah, well, Danny will give you like some stuff for free for sure. He'll hook it up, but apparently Offset was trying to take like all like a good amount of stuff for free, and it's like, dude, you can't. That's not enough product that we can afford to blow, and you're Offset, you can pay for it. And so then he got pissed, and then Danny was like, "Well, can I get a photo?" And he was like, "Nah."
Whoa.
And it was like, "Dang." Yeah, so
That sounds like some awesome
I don't know.
shit.
Sounds like he's off-putting, but that was a terrible fucking joke. It's Sunday, folks. I'm fucking tired.
Sunday. Oh yeah, dude.
am.
Played the show. I'm
That's
pretty
shitty
tired
character,
myself.
kind of.
Yeah. As if you ought to be neglecting your children on a fucking Sunday for
shit,
this
man.
weed podcast,
Oh god.
RJ.
Oh, it's.
I have a kid now too, so
You have a kid now, too?
So yeah,
Yeah,
we're both.
so that hits
Damn,
hard.
we're losing everybody, dude. We're losing every
Yeah.
fucking
little
soldier.
monkey on my phone.
decline of Western
What's
civilization.
crazy is that everybody got pregnant at the same time in this gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah,
pretty
somebody
much.
went around fucking injecting the water or something.
Your guys' libidos fucking sync up like women, dude. A bunch of bitches out here at 10th Planet, dude. No,
Yeah, rolling with.
no, I'm kidding. You guys could all kick my ass. I'm gonna end up in somebody's fucking chokehold, dude.
We're just creating a bunch of killers.
That's really my problem. Is I talk a lot of shit, but you gotta understand, as a disabled person, nobody's gonna fight me really. But I gotta stop doing it because now I'm an adult with faculties apparently.
Yeah, so people be like, oh, you won't talk.
Yeah. There's some
nothing.
people, especially now that people drink. Like, there's some people that could will come close. If not, just will straight up kick my ass for
Some
sure.
people when they're drunk, they're just a little extra rowdy and they don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Rolando. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Rolando's
I say
crazy.
Rolando.
Ronda has boxing skills.
I don't know if we're dropping secrets, but that guy's a fucking maniac. This dude, he goes, oh, I gotta go take a phone call, 1 sec, and just takes out fucking brass knuckles on the fucking counter like a fucking psychopath, and fucking 2 or 3 different switchblades. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
That's a Mexican from Laredo.
That's trauma. That's what that is.
Then
I tried
he's
to
like,
choke
yeah,
him.
no, it's gotta be trauma because it's like, what the fuck? I've never seen a functioning person carry that type of shit.
Well, I'm usually carrying the same, but without the brass knucks, I'll carry a pistol.
Well, yeah, you guys fight. Like, I should not be surprised. You all guys live at a fucking gym, and you're like, I live here to fight.
This is actually
which is
my bedroom.
Yeah.
This is
No,
my house.
exactly.
Look, we got a fucking axe on the wall.
Now, isn't it like a real thing in your community? Like, people like live in their fucking cars and shit, and like
yeah.
it's very common with 10th Planet, the name
Nomads,
specifically.
Romans and shit.
Yes, sir. This is all facts.
There's some people that actually were living here in the parking lot.
Yep. Two people, and they still train today,
Yeah.
This
but they no longer have to do that.
This is what's wrong with the decline of the nuclear family.
Well,
You got these fucking retards out here sleeping in vans.
And doing
They're not even
podcasts.
gonna do anything. Yeah. I mean,
Listen, it might be retarded, but there's some fools like Daisy Fresh where
dude.
they literally create a fucking
plywood house,
plywood home
next
to live in by the
gym,
gym.
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of, at least that's like a little innovative.
What about
Fuck
the-
no.
And they get Wi-Fi.
One of them
just
got
to have
schizophrenia.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Andrew Wiltsey's going through a
Yeah.
crazy
You
fucking.
can't,
like,
you
mental
can't
breakdown.
impress me on Wi-Fi. Palestine has fucking Wi-Fi. They don't have.
Starlink over
They
there,
would
man.
pray for a fucking plywood home right there. Those fucking guys pray
Yeah,
for Palestine.
but these
But,
dudes are like, they're different, bro.
no, for
they're
sure. I've,
very
I've,
they're
I've,
from Mount Vernon.
I've heard.
The guys that set up their vans actually, like, they have some nice vans. No lie,
No,
bro.
yeah, well, it's two of
They had like fucking crazy vans.
They
Like,
have some nice.
some of them
the
have
kitchen.
what's the guy that does the Foster for jujitsu?
Yeah, there's nice cars in the fucking ghetto too. All right, it's not fucking.
Oh yeah, with campers.
Yeah.
Little
You
campers.
said with campers. That's hilarious.
No, there is one guy that trains here. He doesn't live in his van, but he has a very, very nice van.
Oh,
RJ,
yeah.
RJ, how often do you train? Like, how many hours a week would you say?
As recently, maybe twice a week.
That's good.
and
You
that's-
have a family, right?
Yeah, and
that's
I have
good.
a career.
Yeah, you have a life. That's good.
Construction safety.
I'm hearing you have a balanced life,
Yeah,
a
for
well-balanced
sure.
life.
I just have a super supportive partner that
That's
allows
cool.
me, has the patience to allow me to do this. I may have to hear something later, but overall, she's like cool with it because it makes her laugh.
How'd you guys meet?
My buddy introduced me to her. She was in high school and I was right out of high school. It's okay.
Right.
We're 2 years apart, but anyway, he was my buddy's girlfriend's best
So wait,
friend.
too. So when did you start dating? Is my next
I was 19. She was 17.
in Texas will allow it.
Yeah, about to turn 18. Yeah, but
The line
for
judge
sure.
says it's good. So
She grew
Yeah.
up in trailers in the country, so it's just like
yeah. Right. You're lucky she wasn't 16. It would have flown over
it
there.
was
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, yeah,
That's
I was
hilarious.
introduced to her.
That's cool.
But yeah, no, just been there.
You got her while she was young and impressionable.
Dude, I had the corniest jokes
Yeah,
too.
I bet.
Yeah, and then you know what's funny? I had a weed pipe, one of my oldest weed pipes. And there was
Nice.
a piece of glass in my room that she stepped on from it,
Ooh.
and then I forgot to pick up, and it
What
cut
a
her.
real piece of
Yeah,
shit.
and then I was like, but
Do you ever think if she? Do you ever think she wonders what the life she would have had if she didn't meet you?
Oh yeah, dude.
Like early on in your first date, she steps on weed glass. Like
Oh,
first of all,
yeah,
pick
dude.
it up. Like
For sure.
how the fuck did it even get to the point where she could step on it?
Oh, dude, I don't even. Well, I guess like it broke, and I picked up what I saw because I was so
Right.
high, and there was just one that got
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
But this gave me the opportunity to get a Band-Aid and go pick
Yeah.
the foot up and put it on, and then boom, heart stolen.
That's psychotic. Let me injure her and I'll win her over.
Yes, that's love.
I'll save you, bitch. You need me.
If you look deep enough, that's love.
No, that's awesome, dude. That's hilarious. And you've been together ever since?
Yes, sir. Been,
Yeah,
been
dude.
together 10 years, married 4 this year.
That's so sick, man.
Damn
That's
you.
congratulations. It's all jokes, but that's just fucking awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Congratulations.
This dude's having
Yeah.
like a
That's the guy.
episode. So like
That's the guy.
We've been like keeping track on him on social media, and we've
Nice.
been watching his mental health like decline.
Yeah, the entire.
Nice.
You're like,
music
nice.
community.
he has he has schizophrenia?
No, we're watching like all this unfold. Like you could tell he's about to have like a schizophrenic episode. Like
Oh, wow.
he's posting his like mental episodes. It's ridiculous.
That's
the
wild.
whole
That's
community,
tough.
even the greatest of in our community, is watching. Gordon Ryan. He's like post. He's like, this dude is wild, and like
What kind of fucking podcast did I walk into?
dude.
Like, by the way, we watch a video diary of a fucking retard having a mental break. We all
Yeah.
fight and then watch this.
yes.
Everyone in the community is watching it.
Yeah.
No,
well,
this seems.
It's really just been watching his story because that's what he's been posting. He's been posting.
He's
everything.
posting this.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, and
That-
he doxed some people. He put their numbers and phones out. Some influential people in the community put their phone numbers
Yeah,
out
it's
in public,
unprofessional as fuck.
and accused them of sexually assaulting their students and
Is
shit.
this like. Where's he based out of?
He's out of Daisy for. Well, I don't know who he's with now. He's definitely not associated
Like, not
with Daisy
in.
Fresh anymore.
Not in, like, San Antonio or anything.
No,
It's-
no, no,
No.
no. I think he's.
But the jujitsu community is small enough that you know the good people. You know.
yeah, but
Yeah.
With this dude was influential. Him and his brother at one point, but now like just he's having his downfall. It's crazy.
There's
But-
them living out of their car.
But then,
What
did you hear
the
about
heck?
the whole incident here in San Antonio?
I did not, but please tell me more about
Oh.
people in your community.
No, no,
Not our
fucking-
community.
definitely not.
We
ours
do not
anymore.
affiliate.
Oh wait, there was something about like somebody molested somebody, right?
Or it groomed them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did hear about this.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, that shit's dark. That's using your Black belt for evil, man.
Man,
But yeah.
this is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should
It's really good camera work and editing for somebody on mental decline.
Yes.
That is insane.
Yeah.
What you got over there?
Who's
Rolando?
funding? Like, what is he? Does he have money to pay
So
for?
it's that,
He's
it's
got-
that guy's money. Actually, that's Heath Pettigo. He's the one that owns that school that guy trains at.
Oh,
Look at
okay.
the
So
school,
he's
it's a
just
piece of
exploiting.
shit.
Okay, I get what's happening. He's just exploiting this fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
he sleeps on the.
Yeah, look
next
at those
to the
people
mats.
sleeping on their mat at the school. No kids.
This
no
guy looks
family.
like he has my disability in this frame right here.
That spatch. That
He
guy,
was
they call him
rough.
spatula or spatch something.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, they're.
Staff lives
I don't
in
even
this
think.
gym.
I don't think any of them train there.
And
I
them
think that gym's
raccoons,
gone
remember?
now. This-
Staff was invented in this gym.
Jesus, that
This
is.
is ground zero right here for staff.
This is terrible.
And possibly herpes.
No kidding. Yeah, this is disgusting.
It's. I mean, in like Brazil, that's kind of.
I mean, that's pretty
equivalent.
common, but like,
Yeah.
are any of these guys ever gonna make money doing this?
I don't
No, they
know.
are.
There's no
Some
telling. This
of
was
them.
3 years ago. There's no
But
telling.
like money
who's still
from
around.
fighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
of them, very small percentage.
Yeah, because
And
I don't
from
know if
seminars
it's,
in
I don't know if
school.
it's worth living like a bunch of like infected monks
Yeah.
if you're gonna fucking not make any real money. Some of these, what is this like?
Not unless you enjoy it.
These
Yeah.
guys were trying hard. And I can tell you right now, not all of them are still around, and
Yeah, I
only
bet.
2 of them are probably doing well for
This
themselves.
is great. By the way, I live like this. Check it out. He's pointing to a hole in the ceiling.
Yeah, look at
It's
that
like,
shit.
yeah, that's
Fat
where-
fucking insulation just exposed. Yeah, fuck all that. Did anybody live at the gyms that you trained at?
I mean, yeah, there were people who lived at the Olympic Training Center. That was cool.
But those were like actually like
But-
housing
Actual-
and shit like
Yeah,
that.
they were living in housing. Nothing that lived at the gym. When I used to go to fucking Planet Fitness, it was a homeless guy that would live outside the gym, and he would try and ask for money or beer from the liquor store next door. A few times I got him the beer. 'Cause I was like,
Oh yeah.
fuck it, why not, dude?
Why
Have
not?
a
Why
fucking
not?
beer.
There's plenty of times I'm driving by and I'll give them like a little nugget. If I have an extra nug, I'll just give it to them. They're just like, oh,
Yeah,
so happy.
That's
Just
cool.
Like,
Fuck yeah.
enjoy
Yeah.
that shit, man.
Yeah, it's
It's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
get you fucking to the moon tonight.
yeah, because it's like, what are they gonna do with like $5? Realistically, like, they're not gonna do anything. so.
They'd get a fountain drink and then litter.
Yeah, literally.
Dude, I gave this guy one time. I was at a Popeyes, and I had gotten an extra thing to give to him. This is like one of the only good times I've done a deed like this, and it was like a 4-piece chicken tender, and I gave it to him, and he ate like 2 pieces of it, then he just threw the whole thing and just walked off like,
Yeah,
all right, what the fuck?
I mean, yeah, the homeless are. I'll tell you that the homeless in Austin are nuts. Since I've moved out there, it's crazy. You just see them walking around. And Monday, I'm like in downtown Austin all day because I sign up for like Kill Tony and stuff. And I got hit on by a fucking homeless person the other day, dude. It was
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
nuts, dude. Fuck yeah, what the fuck, RJ? No, that's fucking my nightmare, dude. I'm not. What the fuck is that? Fuck yeah, you get hit on by a homeless person, motherfucker.
Dude, I've been hit on by big women and dudes.
Well, great, you're married. Look, I don't give a fuck about you, motherfucker.
man, you right.
No, but yeah, I got hit on by a homeless person, dude. It's crazy. She was like, I like your. She was like, I wear like a lot of vintage. She was like, I like your shirt. Like, let's go out. You look like you have a little bit of money. I'm like, dude, I'm on the bus with you, bro. Like, I don't have any fucking money,
In the
homeless
same
person.
place.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But so you've permanently moved to Austin now.
Yeah, I live in Kyle, right outside of Austin.
So is there any good spots to go eat out there? Any of your favorite spots to eat out there?
Austin. What's fucked? You know what's insane is since we live like 20 minutes outside of Austin, we really only go there when we have spots.
Oh, gotcha.
That sounds so fucking annoying. I mean, obviously, like everyone
That
knows.
makes sense, bro. If you don't
fucking-
want to go into the city unless you have to. It's
Yeah.
so fucking jam packed.
That is a good I haven't lived in Austin in years. So.
Yeah, I really don't have any goddamn recommendations for Austin at all. I really need to get into Austin, but everything in Austin's so expensive. Yeah, I flip burgers at Chick-fil-A, all right, so I don't have that Austin money. But, no, Austin's fun, but I need to go out there more for sure, anymore.
Hell yeah. Like, we just did a Curry Boys vlog.
Curry Boys is fucking good. Yeah, Curry Boys
vlog.
I miss San Antonio a lot, dude. I miss San Antonio food.
Yeah, what was your favorite?
Fucking Chris Madrid's burgers is fire.
Stupid cheese coming out the sides.
Oh yeah, Chris Madrid's. Curry Boys is really good. Eddie's Taco House.
Oh yeah,
amazing tacos. Yeah, I don't know, but Kyle is Kyle. I live in it's very small.
I used to live in Pflugerville, and then I had lived in Round Rock. I was born in Austin.
Okay, yeah, that was North Austin, pretty much, yeah.
I was born in Austin. I lived there until I was about 12, all the way to the episode 3 of Star Wars. And then we moved into San Antonio, and I went to Catholic school.
Where'd you go to school again?
St. James.
Right.
Nogalitos. It's a bunch of fucking... It's where my grandparents... I moved with my grandparents for 2 years before we moved out into the country. But, what was it? Go into that fucking Catholic school. I had never... we had to wear uniforms.
Yeah.
And there was nuns that were teachers. And dude, I shit you not, nuns don't give a shit about farting out loud.
What?
And
what?
Let me tell you something. We had a Korean nun. She was our math teacher, Sister Quinn. Bro, she did not give a fuck. She would be like bending down, helping someone at their desk, and I could be right here doing my shit, and she'd just let it rip like nothing. like there's like no one can hear it.
Yeah, they sacrifice their lives to God. You think they're gonna give a fuck if somebody farts? They're never gonna get laid. Like, they don't give a fuck. Everything I do in life is to get laid. All right? The reason I don't fart in front of women is so I can get laid. Yeah. If I was married to God, I wouldn't give a fuck.
That's a good point. I never looked at it like that. As a kid growing, I'm just like, why do they not care?
That's the nastiest shit, though.
Yeah.
That is meanest people. That is crazy. That is pretty disgusting. I will say though, in my experience, a strong woman will know how to deal with dumb shit like that. Yeah. Like farting is pretty tame, but like blood and shit. Like if she's a real one, she'll know how to just like lock in. Strong women will lock in on situations and shit.
For sure.
But I don't know. See, women, I don't hate you. All right. I'm not. I talk a lot of shit, but I don't hate people.
Daniel respects women out here.
Yeah, that's a message I want to get across. Because a lot of people think the opposite. So I got to go on a propaganda campaign. And
oh my goodness, you have some jokes that would rub people the wrong way, like rub people that way.
Not jokes. I just think like I grew up around, not grew up, but like I listened to a lot of like comedy and stuff, and I hang out with like a lot of comics, so vernacular of comedians is not really civil a lot. Like I use the word bitch a lot, and it's not even like, and I don't really mean it in a misogynistic way. Like I'm half the time when I say it, I'm not even talking about a woman, but I'd say it like in a general sense, like you're being a bitch. And if I say like she's being a bitch, I don't, and I understand it does take a different connotation when talking about women, but it's like, I just say it how I say it. And so then it's like, well, if you say that a lot, like people think a certain thing or like whatever. Or a lot of times I say shit that like I just say it to be funny, but it's like I don't really mean half the shit I say or like whatever. And I forget like not everybody I interact with is a comic or like just knows my, like, I don't know, once you get to know me, I'm pretty cool, but I could see how some of the shit I say, I'm like, yeah, this cripple guy's a fucking asshole. And it's like, I understand, so it's all good. I get it. But no, it's fun. I like stand-up, man. It's fun. I fucking quit. I might have fucked up my whole life for stand-up, I think. Right now, if I look at it right now,
so?
100%, I fucked up my whole, right now, objectively speaking, my life has failed
But it is fixable
for stand up. No, it's fixable. But it's like I went to, since I last met you guys, I think I had just graduated school. It was right before I opened at the Tobin, so I had already quit my news producer job, which that was the thing. I had a news producer job and then quit that to get on ended up getting on Kill Tony, and then did the Tobin Center, and then didn't even stay at kind of that level. I bottomed out working with high schoolers and 20-year-olds at Chick-fil-A, asking Pete, saying my pleasure to fucking 1,700 cars a day, and wanted to kill myself. And that's the thing, like I love my coworkers. Like it's great working with 20-year-olds because they also don't give a fuck, but they don't give a fuck in like a different way. Like I don't give a fuck because this is hopeless right now. This looks terrible at 28 to be, running around and having to refer to my coworkers as the other chickens in the office and shit. It's fucking bullshit. And so it's terrible. But they don't give a fuck because they're 20 and 21. A lot of them go to Texas State and San Marcos. They don't give a fuck because they have their whole lives ahead of them after this. Shit. So it's both very different energies, not giving a fuck. But it is objectively right now. It is a failure of a project. But I do believe that I think I'm capable of making it, making something happen in stand up to where at least like I can make the fucking $15 an hour that I'm making at Chick-fil-A now. If I could do that, then I'll be fucking happy. Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, man, I think it is like about how bad do you want it? At least for me, I think it's about like how bad do you want it, because like there's a lot of people that do stand up and it's like gonna be a hobby or whatever. But like I've had a couple of good opportunities and it's like, I don't know. Yeah. I get on this diatribe because I just love it so much.
No, but you have like a vision for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I get that for sure. It's the same with us with jiu-jitsu. We all have our own vision.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. And there's these guys that are heavy competitors and there's guys that are competitive hobbyists.
Yeah, I know, absolutely.
Yeah, and but yeah, definitely, I feel that for sure. Having a vision is nice, but. Yeah, and like what you were saying with the 20-year-olds, like they're only developing responsibility. Yeah, they're on the cusp of that. Not even.
It's so funny working with them too because
they're like big babies that can talk.
Because they'll be like, I had this coworker. She's like brilliant. Like she got a full ride to Texas State, which isn't saying much, but that's still a full ride to a accredited university. And I'm just joking, Texas State, I love you. Everybody that I work with goes there. I'm fucking joking, dude. But you know where it is over there. You guys party a lot over there. Fucking Texas State.
Yeah, they only do.
Was it still a myth that they had the highest STD rate there? Or is that real?
I don't know.
At one point.
That's probably real, but all the guys I know that go there don't get pussy, so who knows? No, I'm kidding. Shout out Ethan and his girl. Who he cheated on almost, but but they worked it out. Good for them, I think. Good. I don't know. Yeah. But whatever. Fucking what the fuck was time? Stand up.
You're talking about the girl that works with you. That has a full ride.
Yeah. We had this girl that was like a full ride, and she was like, I have too many clothes. I'm about to go to Texas State. Like, what do I do? And I was like, well, like, every 6 months, go through your closet and really look at like what do you wear, what do you not wear, and like get rid of it. And they look at me like I'm some kind of fucking genius. They're always like, Daniel, how are you full of this wisdom? And like, what? I'm like, dude, I fucking work with you. I'm not full of fucking wisdom. These are general life advice. I'm 28. You're 18. Like you're figuring these are easy rules that like I should have known at 18, and I'm just learning now. Like, sure. I don't know. So it's. Yeah, no, literally. Don't end up like me. This is a cautionary tale.
Don't do stand-up.
Yeah. No, really, don't do stand-up. I love it, but I hate every time I have to go up. I hate stand-up because it's like I'm just nervous, and it's like I really traded my life. That's the thing is like I don't know if I can go back to working in certain industries now because I do run a weed show, and it's great. I would never trade it for anything, and I believe that like this is what I'm supposed to do. But it does get scary to be like, dude, I fucking traded what could have been. Also, it's like, dude, I have a long like background in disability sports, disabled coaching. Yeah. I could have fucking had a nice cushy life at a fucking disability nonprofit, coaching, broken morons and, other disabled athletes. I don't mean to, why am I talking bad about my own people? Like, I'm also not a broken moron, but you know what I mean? Like, coaching athletes and doing something good and doing something positive with the world instead of just getting people high and talking about my dick. I don't know.
Making them laugh.
But we'll see, dude. I love it. So,
as long as you love it, man.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, we love this shit too. That's why we fucking.
Well, you don't think you could ever
this bullshit?
Well, I guess that's what you're saying. You couldn't go back to any kind of like media job or anything like that.
I mean, maybe I could. I probably could, but it's also like the job market has changed. I'm 28, going into like everything kind of happened for me at a weird time. Like when the pandemic hit, it was like I had like a semester left of school. I dropped out previously, and then my mom passed away. Then I went back to school, got my degree, got into the media job because I knew some people, but it was like I was working an overnight shift. And I did some things. I do wish that I handled certain aspects of that better and I planned out my time better. But at the same time, it was like I was not equipped to work overnights, and especially with wanting to do comedy. And so I did take a big risk quitting that job. But getting on Kill Tony, really trying to get better at stand-up, and like they're just like little factors that are like, okay, this is something that shows I'm on the right path or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see, but it's just about like having to go all in, and every time, like it sucks. Like I also don't drive, so it's like say like I go to work at Chick-fil-A at like 8:30 in the morning. My roommates go into work at 5:30. I might ride in with them at 5:30, get dropped off at Chick-fil-A, and have to wait for 3 hours because an Uber cost me $15, and hey, that's an hour of work. So I'm gonna go wait for the 3 hours. And I think about it, like a lot of people wouldn't do that. Like a lot of people, you think I want to be working fast food at 28? No. Fuck no. But not only that, I'm working fast food. I gotta wait for rides for my friends, all so I can make rent. But it's like that's part of it. It's like if you really want this, then you have to understand what you have to do to get it, and you have to enjoy it. And like every time, like when that sucks, and a lot of it is just me by myself, just like sitting outside, just chilling, and it's just like, dude, remember like everything you've done. Like I don't want to take for granted like all the shows I've gotten to do, like the ability to get whatever money I've made from this is like incredible, because I started this as like a fucking just joke to just get out of my house. So that's like a big part of it. But so I'm like, and I think it'll pay off one day, hopefully. So I don't know. We'll see though.
You're still young, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you got plenty of time, man. I just turned 30 and I'm still, I don't know.
Me too, but I feel like the best. I mean, my ankle hurts, but that's because I rolled it on my own. I didn't hurt it in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well.
Would have been cooler if you did.
Oh, I would have. But
how'd you roll it?
I fucking stepped out into the laundry room, and it's like a little elevation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I stepped on something in there, and it just rolled my ankle.
Did you take it to the floor?
Yeah, I was laying there for like 10 minutes. Jeez. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Dude, I've smashed my finger at work. And I was hopping around for about 10, 12 minutes.
Just like cursing at nothing.
I threw a wrench that made it feel better a little bit.
I blew my knee out. Talking about real problems.
Dude, I've blown both my knees out, popped my rib. Yeah.
Dude, I got hit by a car at Chick-fil-A the other day.
Dude, what?
Yeah, bro.
I've been hit by.
It was this past week. It was like 7:30 in the morning, and they were going through the drive-through. And the way our building is, you have to like go around the building at Chick-fil-A. And I was running an order out, and I was crossing the crosswalk with like plenty of time. This car was way like behind, and I just see her not slowing down to the point where by the end of it, she's really close to me, and I'm like jogging, and she like catches my hip, like bumps my hip, and I like stumble. I'm carrying food, but I stumble, and like manage to stay up somehow. That that disabled strength kicks in at the end. That's a bit. That's not a real thing. Don't cancel me, disabled people. I'm also not a great representative for the community. I talk a lot of shit on disabled people, but it's because I hate myself. But yeah, she hit me with her car, and then like I was just like, dude, it's 7:30 in the morning. The sun's not even fully up yet, and I got hit by a car, like doing all the right things. It's not like I cut it in front of her. It's not like it did. I crossed the crosswalk, and then it was, what pissed me off is she drove by me, and her license plate on the back said "Kindness Matters," and I was like, "Did you just hit me with your fucking car?" It's always some dumb liberal bitch.
Apologize?
It's always some dumb bitch that, again, like I say, bitch. Like people are gonna think I'm really misogynistic. I'm not. I would have said this if it was a guy, but it's always just some dumb like, "Oh yeah, bring peace and love into the world." That's always like, "Yeah, you just hit me with your goddamn car. How about you pay attention to what you're doing instead of looking at your phone?" And then I had to walk by her, and she was like, "Oh my God, did I hit you?" Which I wonder if she noticed that I was crippled before I was walking in front of her. Because I don't think she saw me limping. She wasn't paying attention to me. She just saw me limping on the way back.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe. But yeah, dude, it was just like, I don't know. I was like, dude, I make $15 an hour for this. I was like, no, dude. Like,
you got paid to get hit, man.
Yeah, bro. And I mean, I'm yeah. I was fine, but it's like crazy. But I wonder if she knew I was crippled before she hit me. I don't think she did. That would be funny.
She didn't even feel bad about it.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I've been hit by a car in an HEB.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I got out of my car. I was walking down the lane, and it was like either a GMC or a Tahoe, maybe, that turned real sharp, and it was this old dude. And as it turned, it hit me. It didn't knock me down, but it knocked me into another car. And the dude was, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was fine. I felt fine, and I was already pissed off. I was already pissed off for some reason. That day, I was just having a day, and so I was like, "I'm fine. We're good. Don't worry about it." And he drove off, and he didn't end up parking. I saw him drive to across the road and then park. Yeah. And I went inside, and there was a dude outside of HEB watering the plants, just looking at me like he saw the whole thing, and I was just walking in to go get my groceries, but. And then later it was like, you should have fell on the ground and act like you fucking broke both your legs, or you could have sued.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was pretty negligent.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not
just to go get groceries, man. Jesus. But Rolando would be seeing people dying on the highway, fucking cartel hangings on the highway. Fucking people T-boning. Dude, he's literally at every crash that's ever happened ever.
Wait, like currently you still do this?
Yeah, there was a time we left the gym from training, and he's like, I just saw this person flip over, and he was like videoing him walking up to. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Just had to put on a tourniquet, or just had to put on some. I'm like, what is going on?
All right.
The car flipped over, and I approached them recording the video, and I was like, don't move. And then can you get the camera out of my face? I was like, yo, I gotta record this for the cops. Reality, I'm just on Instagram, just putting it the cloud.
All right, dude. Suddenly the tactical knives make a lot more sense, dude. We're fucking always pulling up to death's door on this fucking. Wait, why are you always there?
This dude.
I'm just coincidental. He
delivers stuff all day and drives
always
around
on the road.
Yeah.
And you drive early mornings and stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So one of them's where your parents' house is at.
Yeah.
Right there on Nacogdoches.
Yeah.
On 410, there was a fucking accident. One of the dudes ran the red light in a Tesla truck, smacked some fucking poor girl going to school. And her fucking car was totaled, whatever, and she had glass everywhere, and I had a first aid kit. I ran, all the shit was expired in there. It had been a hot minute since I replaced all of it. I pulled her out or whatever, and then just started getting her patched up. She was bleeding and shit, and then I just gave the dude just had one of the Trump shots on his ears where he was just bleeding from the top. I just gave him a rag, and I was just helping the chick out till the paramedics arrived.
Was she okay?
She was shook.
But like she was gonna live.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was gonna live. I mean, like I told her, I was like, hey, the Tesla's starting to smoke. Like, let's get out of here. Because like, you know how ideally you're not supposed to move them.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't further injure themselves. I was like, it's like Tesla's smoking. I was like, I don't trust it. So let's get you out of the car if you can move.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, Rolando, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
that's wild.
Whatever.
The only accident I was coming home one time. I don't drive, so I take a lot of Ubers everywhere. And I was coming home from, I think I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and we were smoking. And I think I bought a cart from him, or he gave me a cart. And the Uber pulled up. We got in the car, and we pulled up to some intersection. And same thing. Some guy ran a red light. Some truck ran a red light, and then just boom, T-boned this car. And the car ran off, like veered off into like the grass and hit like a pole or something. And the Uber driver that happened right in front of us while we were stopped at the red light. Like we were the first people to see it. And the Uber driver was like, should I call the cops? And I had weed in my pocket, so I was like, absolutely not. Somebody else will do it. And yeah, I saw the guy next to me get out. Obviously, if nobody did it, we would have called the cops. Yeah. But that was crazy. But it was wild because I was so high at the time that I didn't realize. Like, it took me a minute to be like, oh, that's a real accident that just happened that I just saw. That's insane.
Yeah. You know, it was like pumping gas, and I just heard the loud boom.
Yeah,
it's just like.
That's what you did. You gave him. I heard a loud boom, and I gave him a little side eye.
Yeah, I got a little side eye. And I was like, oh, accident. Let me run over there. I got my first aid kit and ran over there.
No, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, and it's good that you have a first aid kit. A lot of people. You're like probably 1% of people. Honestly, 1% of people in this country have first aid kit.
Trauma kit.
No, probably like 0.02% of people in this country have 1% have a first aid kit in their house. Then 0.02 have a first aid kit in their car. Yeah, and you just happen to be there. That's wild.
Bro, and then I approached the guy at the Tesla, and I'm like, he's like, I'm trapped in here, and like the car started to smoke. And I was just like, okay. And he was like, can you get me out? I was like, where the fuck are the doorknobs to like open the door?
Yeah. You wanted to be in the fucking Transformers car, bitch.
You're going to die in it. It's a tomb. It's going to be your tomb.
I was like, can you open the door? And he's like, not really. He's like, can you open it from the outside? I was like, where?
How do I open it?
It's just a sleek door.
Yeah, that's...
Were you able to press it and then it opened or no?
No, so he opened up the back door. When he opened up the back door, it unjammed his front or his driver's side door, and then we were able to open it.
Oh, wow.
Some fucking crazy Hispanic having a Hispanic panic was just like, I saw you fucker run the red light, motherfucker. Look what you did. And like he was like trying to fight this guy, and I was like, yo, let's settle down. Like, it already happened. Let's just help these people out. This car's starting to smoke. We don't want it to catch fire.
He is stupid as fuck though for doing that.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like the older I get, I end up turning into that old angry Hispanic man.
I was on the phone with a friend of mine. He was Albert's best friend. He was just like, "Yep, ain't my problem." He's like,
"Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking to cops. I'm not. Good luck if I can help you. Guess what? I won't be driving. I will not be having a health pack on me. So, So I'm sorry. And
you're gonna die.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you this. I will not be causing an accident.
There you go.
So my conscience is good. If you fuckers fuck around and kill me, fuck all you motherfuckers. That's why I want high-speed rail, but you motherfuckers hate China. Look at what these motherfuckers... No, I'm kidding. No, but that's fucking crazy. That's nuts, man.
Was it you telling me that they're supposed to be building a speed?
They won't. They add a new lane to the fucking highway every other year. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
I saw something about that.
What's it saying is that they're building on all the highways here in town.
They just make it but even on the fucking like whatever you take to go up to Austin, they 35. They just add a new lane to 35, and it's like, dude, the same problem is gonna happen. Like we've been doing this for fucking years now.
Yeah, it's been a hot fucking minute.
These motherfuckers are sick, bro.
What are they doing?
Eating on them fucking in the gym, just
eating spinach and chicken.
Ew. God damn.
Look at them.
Dude, rotisserie
I was
chicken
about
goes
to
hard.
say
Bro.
that.
You know, for faggots, it smells like feet in there.
Bro, it smells like a number of things, I'm sure.
It smells like a bunch of
Man.
microwave processed
Because
shit.
they're all eating different shit, too. This dude's eating scrambled eggs in that
This
pot.
is
Dude, I used to be able to kill a whole box of, well, I can still do it, a Kraft mac and cheese. As like a kid, I'd make it. As soon as I learned how to make it myself, it was over, bro.
yeah.
Like, it was like mac and cheese every hour or some
What's the
shit.
yellow dye in your system?
Probably, yeah.
Let me have it.
Definitely. It's not as bad as red dye. With your fucking rips over there, whatever the fuck they're called, Ritz.
It's been a hot minute since I ate them. I did
Flips,
I
whatever.
did indulge in a bag last night.
I bet you did.
Did you?
I ate a whole bag of Skittles and those fucking Rips, those sour Rips belts.
Oh, those are sick. Yeah, rips are good.
Yeah, I know, bro. But the problem is, I ate Skittles and that at the same time, and I finished all of them.
So what? Who gives a fuck?
Diabetes.
I just realized, like, really, there's only you really only get, like, what, 20 good years of life, really?
That's true.
Like, not 20, I guess, like 30.
Yeah.
But, like, from, like, 20 of, like, good adult years, 20 to 50, after you hit 50, like, I'm just sorry, you're on the decline now. It's fucking over.
Sure.
60, I'm
Fuck
gonna...
it,
the money for
bourbon every morning
steroids.
after that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Bro,
Just become an alcoholic.
do you know Sway?
Yeah, we were
host-
talking about-
Yeah, we were
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about-
yeah.
Oh, just want to sit out. Dude, he's terrified of the red dye.
Yeah, I heard he was a fucking idiot and passed out, and you need to get his sugar up, and he was like, no, I'd rather die than eat some of this fucking candy,
Yeah.
which is insane to do.
Fucking, there's stuff in the air that can kill
But,
you.
dude,
So we all have DuPont in us, bro. We
there's
got
reels
fucked
of
by
people
DuPont.
just like legitimately drinking red 40 like out of an aquarium or wherever the case may be, and I just love sending him those videos.
Right.
It ruined his day.
Yeah, I mean that guy's another type of guy, man. There's
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
all I could say about him, man.
Did you do Kill Tony recently, or are you
No, I've been trying to sign up. Now there's like 1 million people that sign up now. It's like blown up now.
So you don't get, like,
There's-
vetted in or anything like that?
No, I mean, not really. I'm hoping if I go back up and do good, like maybe something could happen. I mean, maybe not, but it's like I'm just happy with whatever opportunity I get. But yeah, no, it was fun. I did well, and I think like I already know my next. Like if I get called, it's like a quarter of it. It's like mentally preparing. Conor McGregor talks about this a lot, but like just like when fighting, it's just like mentally seeing what's going to happen. He talks about taking shots. I mentally see the shots as they're going to happen, and so like I have exactly.
I seen it.
Exactly, and I know like I have 2 or 3 jokes that it's like I could do this one, or this one.
Yeah.
And each one is like I know what I'm gonna say if I do this joke. I know what I'm gonna say if I do this joke, and like I mean I'm ready to go up there because even if nothing else happens, you just want to put in a good performance.
Yeah.
And to have 2 good performances on there, to have that as a credit, like stand up. What I've realized too is I haven't even been doing stand up for that long. Like I got the date wrong on Kill Tony. I said 2.5 years. It's gonna be 3 years this month. 3 years October since I've been doing stand up. And what I've noticed is like once you get to a certain level, like I'm not even good yet, but once you get to a certain level, there's 1 million funny people. Yeah. What separates people that can make it and make good money off of it is, you have to be funny. That's baseline level. The next level is, can you build an audience for yourself? Can you promote yourself? Can you market yourself? And so that's what it is. So even if nothing happens with like Tony Hinchcliffe, like will ever forever be grateful for him for that spot. I don't think about that enough, but like how insanely lucky I am that he gave me that spot to open up for him. Yeah. And like that was a cool moment. And then to go out and have those jokes work well in front of 1,700 people was like, all right, cool. That solidifies that like I'm funny with an audience, with a big audience, and my jokes can work in a theater. So I'm always going to be thankful for him for that. But if nothing else happens with that, even just going up there and just putting on a good performance in front of a massive platform like Kill Tony and trying to do something to benefit, market myself and promote myself. And then again, trying to get Danny Boys. I have some plans. I'm not going to go into them right now, but some big plans to to really get the show promoted and pushed to a wider audience. David Lucas I've already been talking to him about doing a one night just pop-in show. He's going to announce a pop-up show maybe. And it'll just be a random night where he can just do 30 minutes of Danny Boys it'll be David Lucas and, I'd open for him. I'd bring maybe one or two other people. And so we're trying to work something like that out. But yeah, it's just about, I like everything else, like fucking fighting, just like trusting the process. Yeah. And and just trying to always get better, every day or every step of the way. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, but it's been fun, man.
You literally sound like a competitor.
It's the best. I mean, yeah, that's also my background too. I was in sports for a fucking while.
Yes, sir. Was it Netherlands, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see if I wanted to tell any stories. I haven't told you guys. I'll tell you the fucking stripper story.
Oh shit! All right.
Is this in Austin?
This is not in Austin. I don't know if this happened before or after Kill Tony. I think it might have been before, but I was on the road with Davey Jackson, who's a local San Antonio comic who he had some videos gone viral, and he was able to put together like a little Texas tour off of that. And so he had asked me to go with him on the road. And so we were in Fort Worth, right? And this is my first time going on the road. So here's the thing. At the time, I was like unemployed. He also, it was perfect because it was like I could leave whenever. Like, go on the road, sure. For sure. And I had no money. I literally had no money. I think I went to Costco and I bought, or my dad had already had a thing of Costco granola bars, and I think I'd stolen that from the house and just taken that in my bag. And then on the drive up from Dow, which I'm not driving, I'm sitting in the front seat while the headliner's driving me. Yeah. And I'm just eating housing these granola bars. And he's like, are you gonna eat anything? And it's like, I had no money, so no, I'm not gonna get anything. And so, he's paying for everything. Like, I'm not getting paid, but I don't have to pay for any hotel. I don't have to pay so he buys dinner, he buys a hotel, right? So afterwards, it's like we have a show the next day. So we check in the hotel, and then he's like, all right, you want to go to a strip club? And it's like, yeah, I'm like, do you want to go to a strip club? Like, I'm not really a strip club guy really, but I'll go. And it's like, if you want to go, you're the opener. Like, or you're the headliner, I'm just there to fucking support you. So we go to the strip club, and we start talking to these strippers. And Davey, one thing you gotta know about him is he dates a lot of strippers. He dates a lot of strippers, dated a lot of strippers. So he knows that world really well. He knows how to talk to strippers, but women in general really well. So we're hanging out with these strippers, right? And we start talking to one, she's like a traveling stripper. She was in town for the weekend from like New Orleans. And I think she was going to a school or something to be a phlebotomist, which who knows? I think that's bullshit, actually.
Yeah, probably.
But she was like, yeah, I'm in town for the weekend, right? So she starts talking, and then it was already like we got to the strip club at like 12:30, so now it was like 2 or whatever. And they're not closing, but it's like kind of weird. So we're like, all right, let's leave. And she's like, what are y'all doing? My shift's over too. So she's like, all right, let's come back. She's coming back with us to the hotel. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. This is what being on the road is like. You pick up fucking strippers. That's fucking sick. And it's like, I'm not surprised. Like, Davey got this. That's fine, whatever. So we get back to the hotel, right? And we're this late. What the fuck's happening? She like climbed. We get on what? Me and Davey somehow end up. I think we just sit down on the edge of the same bed. I don't know why, but I think we turned on the TV or something. We're sitting down, and then we kind of get on the bed and lay down, and then the stripper gets on top of me and just starts like kind of like dry humping me and shit. Yeah. But he's like, if we're on the he's like where you're at distance wise, RJ, right? So he's right there. I'm on the same bed, and it's like, I've never been on the road before. This is a fucking headliner. I'm like, dude, is this what I gotta do when I'm on the road with people, dude? Is this gonna fucking diddy me right now, dude? Like, I gotta do this shit with this fucking crack horse stripper. Oh my God. Right? So we're out there, the stripper's there, right? So all of a sudden, her fucking phone rings, right? And she answers it. She's on top of me. She answers the phone. It's a FaceTime, and it's like her fucking sister. So she's still like grinding me. And her just like, hey, you know, what's up? Your kid's about to go to bed. So we might have left the strip club at 12:30. We might have gotten there at 10, left at 12:30. We get back to the hotel like at 1, and her kids are going to go to bed. This was like a Friday night. So now she's FaceTiming with these motherfucking kids while she's on top of me. And then it's crazy. She's from New Orleans. She starts speaking this like Creole fucking voodoo magic. And she's like, oh, there's my little doodoo bye. There's my little, like, she starts speaking all these gibberish words to these kids. And it's like fucking ridiculous. And then she fucking just I hear the sister go, what you doing? And then she just turns the phone to me, and the sister goes, I got you, I'll get off the phone. Oh my God. And then she hangs up the phone, right? So then she gets off the phone, and then she's like, all right, so like, what we doing here? And Davey's like, all right, yeah, what are we doing here? And then she goes, she smiles, and she's getting ready to unbuckle like my pants and shit, and then she just pulls out her phone real quick and pulls up her Cash App, and then me and Davey are like, we're not paying for this, you know, we're not paying, we don't pay to sleep with you or whatever. And then at this point it was pretty late because we were like, well, we can take you back to the hotel, like we're not gonna pay you, we can take you back to your hotel. So we did take her back to her hotel where she was staying. It was down the street from ours. It was the most awkward 3 minutes I've ever had, which I don't know how much she was asking, but then we were like driving back, and me and Davey, it was like an awkward drive back even. We're just quiet in the car. At this point, it had to be like 3 or 4. It was late as fuck. We were just quiet, and I was like, dude, I bet you we could have talked her down. Like, whenever she was asked, we should have at least inquired what she was asking for. Because the way I saw it, I was like, dude, it was like 4 a.m. She was already there. We had to drive her back to her hotel. Like, let's say she was asking for, like, David was like, we were like gauging on like tattoos and like kind of personality. She might have asked for like, let's say like 100 to something, like 170 to something. Yeah. I think it's 4 a.m. She's here. She's leaving to New Orleans tomorrow. We could have talked her down to like $75. Like we could have talked her down a good amount. But yeah, that was forever. It's still one of my favorite fucking stories because I was not the biggest fan of this woman either. And she's kind of hopped on me, and Davey was into it, so I was like, all right, I'm the opener. I guess I got to do whatever you want me to do.
She'll be right back.
All right, but
that's hilarious.
I mean, yeah, it was just it was a wild fucking time for sure.
That sounds like a great time.
No, it was definitely one of the funnest times to stand up.
RJ used to be a bouncer at a strip club.
He does look like one.
Yeah, he was a bouncer. He would.
Cool.
Yeah, he would just check IDs and make sure people weren't too drunk, and if they were, he would kick them out.
That's cool. Yeah, you guys. RJ seems like a good guy to be a bouncer.
He's just, I don't know, just looks like he would be a bouncer at a fucking strip club. I'm just talking about you.
Oh yeah, why?
Because you were a bouncer.
I was.
It looks like he could be a character, like an extra on like Friday Night Lights or some shit. you got Friday Night Lights face. You got clean.
Me?
Yeah, you got Friday Night Lights face.
Appreciate that. Yeah, being a doorman at a strip club was interesting while married.
That is yeah. What would you was she cool with that?
She was.
That's sick. She was. Yeah, she's pretty cool. I would imagine.
How did you get that job?
So the manager, one of the entertainment managers,
Your wife used to be a stripper there, or what, dude?
Oh, definitely.
Me and RJ were talking about this the other day. You missed out.
But he knew me as a kid, growing up. He was my brother's friend, so and he was a general manager there, and so I needed a job like ASAP, because I was in between jobs, and I was there for actually a couple months. When I had another job too. I was doing pressure washing and working at the strip club, but yeah, it was an amazing tipping culture. I busted a bunch of fake ID people. I kicked out banditos. Had to fend off banditos and other biker associates of like just because there was banditos that worked there too, and it was like a known thing.
That's hilarious.
And I want to say a famous spur came through there with a COVID mask on. It's like, dude, you're not fooling anybody, bro. Like,
what spur?
He spoke French.
Okay, cool. There's 2 Spurs in history. Yeah, no.
Probably the better one.
Did you know?
Of course. Wendy's been to a strip club yet?
I'm sure.
I knew a girl who went to my high school that hooked up with Danny Green.
Dang.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it might have. in my defense, she was like a model. She ended up being a model in like New York. She was like in an ASAP Rocky video, I think, or some shit.
She'll tell her kids
What's her
about
name?
that.
I don't know if she. I don't even.
Oh, tell me off camera.
Yeah, I'll tell you off camera, but you might know her.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Rolando knows everybody.
But aren't you like old as shit too? Like, there's no way she graduated with me. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Yeah, you would.
38.
So that means she would have been like, when you're 18, she was like 14. You don't know her.
Danny Green's like my age.
Yeah, she was 18 when she fucked him, or 19.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah, my friend had a personal beef with him. My best friend, actually.
With Danny Green?
Yeah, it was over fucking girls. Like, he would spaz out on him for talking to those girls, and it's like, we don't know.
I had a friend who, Lil Wayne stole his girl in front of him.
Wow.
He was in...
Who stole it?
Lil Weezy.
Oh.
He was in a club in Miami, and he was with his girlfriend, and Lil Wayne just came up and started talking to his girlfriend and like kind of hitting on her, and she wasn't really that interested anyway. But my friend was like, "Hey man, that's my girl. Stop talking to him." And Lil Wayne just went like this, and 2 security guys carried him out of the club and threw him out.
Damn.
In like a span of 90 seconds, that happened, and
Jesus Christ.
he was I was like, remember talking to him. We were listening to Lil Wayne or something. He was like, "Dude, fuck Lil Wayne." And then he told me that story, and I was like, "Yeah, that's crazy."
That's crazy, dog.
So his chick didn't go with him?
No. My mom, you want to know what's fucking hilarious? My mom met Lil Wayne, and didn't know who he was, and was just like chill and like treated him like anybody else. And Lil Wayne was like surprised that she didn't know who he was, and like pulled up like his Wikipedia, his videos, and my mom was like, "Oh, that's cool," and was like, "Yeah." Because he ended up coming to the bank she used to work at for like something with his tour bus or the financing for some tour stop here in town, or he needed to come to the bank in San Antonio for something. And like all these people were wanting to take photos with him and stuff, and my mom was like, "Who are you?" And he was like, "You don't know who I am?" Like, he really couldn't believe it. But my mom like had no idea who the fuck Lil Wayne was. So
That's fucking hilarious.
yeah. Yeah, but this was like back in like 2013, 2012 or something. Like,
So this is when his career was taking off.
yeah, I mean, he was pretty well known,
He was already in right there.
but it was
Yeah,
like
he was
nobody was
goated.
on fucking Twitter. My mom never had Facebook, like, you know, it was stuff like that. Like, so she didn't really know about music like that, really.
Yeah, because 2008, 2009 was when his career really popped off.
Yeah,
I got my years confused.
but yeah, no, that was cool.
I think that was in his rocker phase.
Yeah, Lil Wayne's a character.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Skateboarding phase.
And then he said at one point he just stopped riding and he's just been freestyling ever since.
That's
yeah.
the greatest.
I don't know how true that is. He could just be fucking trolling, but
Imagine how easy that is. Like, you stop writing, you just come up with everything on the fly.
Well, no, I actually heard that he has to go back and have people look at his past lyrics to be like, have I written that before?
damn.
Because he writes so much. I heard that he writes so much, or even if it's freestyle, it's like
He
he
records
wants
a lot,
to make sure
probably.
that he's like, did I say that already? Or
Yeah.
It's wild.
Crazy.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
They
a
are all
huge body
bars. They're
Huge body of
all
work.
fucking bars.
3 minutes.
minutes left. You got what else you got coming down the pipeline, Dave?
Yeah, man, I'll do some plugs of the way.
For sure.
Obviously, Danny Boys, high as fuck comedy every month at Danny
Shout out
Boys.
to Danny Boys.
Danny Boys.
And I don't know the next date. We'll announce it soon. And we're really like, right now we're still in our little indie phase. It's only a really small, like a niche people know about the show. We're really going to try and blow it up. The comics we bring down are absolutely amazing. It's fun. They got cheap weed there, great food, homemade food, beer, drinks. Tickets are usually only $10, so we're really going to try and blow it up. This was our 1 year anniversary this past yesterday. And so for the next year, we're going to try and take it up another level. So follow, Danny Boys on Instagram and everything like that. But yeah, we're going to follow that for the show. And then also living out in Austin area, I'm starting a new bi-weekly comedy showcase at Options Vintage, a cool place, vintage shop in Austin. Just give me a space to run shows. So that's going to pop off. I think our first one is set for October 17th. And that place is like a cool place they got really cool clothes and everything there, but it's going to be a cool vibe for a show. And we're going to have the best comics in Austin on that. So yeah, that. And then, is that about? Yeah, I guess that's about it.
I have to check that one out
for right now.
For sure.
But yeah, thanks for having me on, gentlemen.
Thanks for coming back. We're looking forward to keep on watching you, man. See what you do. I was gonna say something, but it fucking slipped my mind, and that shit always happens. Because I'm high, fuck, whatever. But
the last hour be like that.
Oh yeah, it's. Yeah, we weren't even dabbing either. I was just hitting this little fucking pin I had over here.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think we smoked like about 2-3
Two
joints
big ol',
before
yeah,
Rolando got up here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I was good prior to this. But yeah, man, thanks again for coming on. Everybody, follow Daniel on Instagram, Vintage Daniel. Follow Dab Room. Follow Danny Boys, Himco.
And we got something else coming up, but we'll release that whenever it shows up.
Yeah, for sure.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, stay tuned, everyone. Thank you for listening. Good night.
Peace.